Hey everybody, this is Scott, Going Ape Fireworks. Another edition of the Ape Escape. Man, it's a little chilly out today. Raining now, getting ready to head out for a run. Figured I would shoot a little video out. It's snowing in Nebraska, a blizzard, so hopefully everybody's staying warm and safe. 60-mile-an-hour winds. I don't know what everybody else is doing, but hopefully in your neck of the woods, it's warm and safe. Yeah, so this edition is going to be about the facts, the truths, as far as behind the scenes of a fireworks store or a business. When I started it, it was just for fun. It was basically just to start, keep my habit going through the show, through the 4th every year, so I could, have my stuff for free pretty much. And then as we progressed and we started our own store, you're obviously going to have to work on, the 4th. Typically, we're open from the 25th to the 4th, but you have to work on the 4th. So the one thing that is not as exciting about that is that what people don't think about is missing the holidays and the long hours and the time away from your family. Now, in my case, I'm from out of town, so when I do come to town at the Iowa location, I get to see my family. My girls and my wife work with me, so that's cool. A little bit of bonding time there. And not only that, the world's super crazy right now as far as, dehumanizing it. So with my 4 daughters, I love it. They get to interact with people, talk to them, learn what it's like to run a business and relationships and communication. So that's really kind of the only downfall of a fireworks store or stand or what have you. Now in Wisconsin, we're going to be open Memorial Day, Labor Day, New Year's Eve, that kind of stuff, because we can be open all year round. So that is going to be, again, the same case during that time. I know one of my daughter's birthdays is coming up here, so for Memorial Day. So with that being said, and Labor Day, both of them. So around those 2 holiday weekends, we typically have their birthdays. So we'll make it work, and we have some help too, hopefully. So with that being said, I think probably the most exciting part when you lose a little bit of the having your stuff on the 4th. Typically we have our 4th of July on the 5th or the 6th. Sometimes we'll squeeze in and we'll do a 4th, but typically the day after, something like that. But the biggest part about when you have your own stores is the relationships. And that's what life's about. Any interaction, I know that price is important. It is. But quality and a company that's reputable, that's going to be there, year in and year out, and going to take care of you. And, seeing, families' kids grow and making it interactive and fun, like sticking your head through the grill ahead and the giveaways. And we got some cool new stuff coming up this year for the kids and the adults. But again, we always just try to keep it exciting and fun. That's the enjoyable part about it, is exciting for the customers. And then also when they get some of the cool stuff that we get, you go to a show and they're like, "Where'd you get that from?" Well, there's this small town in Crescent, Iowa that has, this stand, or there's this small store in Necedah, Wisconsin that has this stuff. You definitely want to go see Scott and his crew. They'll take care of you. We explain the product. Normally when you're looking at a product on a shelf, you just look at, or on a table, you just typically just look at the paper and, oh, that's cool, or maybe read it a little bit, but it's hard to decipher a lot of it. Fortunately, now a lot of them have QR codes, which is pretty cool, but still, what we try to interact is explain, ask them ask you what you want, what you like, what you're looking for. And a lot of times people don't know. They just want to light something cool, goes up in the sky. So then we kind of, explain, like, this is what it does. Here's an iPad, here's a TV, check this out. So you can see and try to help them line up their show. So that experience, building that relationship and having the customer trust you is huge. And that is really the fun part about owning a store or stand. I will tell you this too. The not so fun part is the heavy boxes, but that's just part of it. Get your exercise. You don't have to go to the gym in the hot days. But, ultimately, that is one thing is I know a lot of people always come to the stand and, we call it the bar. Come on, sit up, pull up a stool and we'll chit chat. The camaraderie there is super cool. Enjoy that too. Between the locals, getting to know people and stuff like that, and their kids, seeing them grow up, and they're little people, to know what they like and that kind of stuff too, and just the excitement in their eyes is super fun. But like I was saying, people that I've said to me multiple times, man, I would love to open a store. I'm like, be careful what you wish for. You gotta, it's a lot of work, but with the work, there's definitely a reward, and it's about the money, but it's not. I mean, at the end of the day, again, I'm a firm believer in relationships, and taking care of people, and your word means something, and just to make just a smile on someone's face. And I get excited when something comes. Like, we got some cool new stuff coming, Roman candle stuff and some other stuff. I'm just super excited to share it, because it's going to be like, wow. And that's more exciting, I think, than almost even lighting something off. Is just the excitement of it. So that's just a little drip in the bucket, as far as what we like about it, what I like about it, the connection and stuff like that. So to another edition here coming soon. Thanks for checking in, watching, and have a blessed, safe, and a warm day, and keep it ape.